Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my YouTube members, Tinky. Thanks for your support. Now I know a lot of you have been waiting for this update. It is a relatively small one, but that being said, it is not an insignificant one. Update 2.14.510, another style, Völva. I believe this is either Nordic or Icelandic or something along those lines. And so hopefully I pronounced it correctly for those from that region. Now that being said, this is also known as AS Flammelapis. And of course, if you've heard me talking about or recommending normal style Flammelapis, you'll probably wonder, this banner is pretty good, or is AS Flam useless? Should it even bother summoning? And I'll hope to answer some of those questions in the next this video, as well as the Should You Summon video, which will drop tomorrow once the update is live. That being said, AS Flam has a little bit of different function as well as different kind of abilities than the normal style as usual. Apparently, Völva also means a female practitioner of magic divination and prophecy. So that kind of makes sense. I mean, she's a very powerful magic user. So that being said, she does still have her 0 MP cost farming ability. Some of you might not use Hul Trechu, probably use more like the Neptunes of the world. However, it is still there, and she also still does retain her 4-star move Baptizo Soul, which does increase water type for all party members and guarantees mental focus, which is very, very useful for increasing magic damage for your entire team. Now that being said, sorry for my throat there. Her VC is a little bit different. It does recover all party members' MP by up to 40%, which is not bad at all. And her main use is not as a frontline DPS anymore, aka Neptune, but more of a very offensive support for your magic teams or possibly water type teams, or water magic, depending on how you want to do it. Now, first of all, one of her moves is going to be a water magic single target XL times 5. And it inflicts 3 stacks of break, which is specific to magic. So what that means is your 3 stacks will consume 1 at a time. Each time the enemy is hit by a magic attack, it will not be consumed by regular physical attacks. And remember that break status equals that each hit that does qualify for that will double in damage. If you use this in the first 3 turns of battle, it'll also give Flammelapis guaranteed crit, and it will be useful during AF for AF combo gain. So you can clearly see that the 5x XL will allow you to inflict multiple stacks of magic break, essentially allowing your regular or your other DPS in your magic team to do tons of damage and increase combo multiplier, so that in AF you can do large amounts of damage and support the damage that way. Her other move is a buff move, and we've seen this before. Int, speed, and staff damage 50% up for 5 turns, and one very useful ability is maxed MP of all party members increased by 30% for 5 turns. And if you use it in the first 3 turns of battle, the buff now becomes double that. So you're going to cap out at 100% extra int, 100% extra speed, damage with staff users, which is your magic team, 100% up, and increase your max MP of your party members by 60%. Now remember what I said about mental focus allowing you to increase your magic damage? Well, mental focus is based off the max MP of your units. And so if you increase your max MP, you're going to do a lot more damage. And yes, that will scale with any other kind of buffs and things like that. So that buff move is going to be crazy. And obviously during the AF, she's going to do a ton of damage. Outside AF, obviously, she can still inflict her magic break, however, her DPS is limited. Now, one other useful thing that she can do is that if she is in your front 4 and your AF is not full to 50%, it will fill it up at the battle's start. So you can AF essentially every turn, every time you do enter in battle, and you won't have to recharge it. So you won't have to go to an inn. You won't, during dungeons, for example, you can AF, infinite times, especially against mobs and horrors. And this is especially useful For players who are newer to the game, because if you think about it, after Chapter 13, when you unlock the AF bar, if your team is relatively weak, hey, using a full AF each and every time you encounter even mobs is going to save you a lot of MP, such that if you're exploring the overworld, you're going to have a much easier time. Also, my understanding is that in main story part 3, you're going to have mobs that can outspeed you or can do preemptives. And guess what? AFs trump preemptive moves, so if you want to AF each and every time, that's going to be really fun as well. These shenanigans can be combined with things like Flash Strike Stance, which has higher AF charge with each hit, such that you're going to just have a large or long one-turn AF during mob farming if needed. Anyways, a lot of information there, and like I said, the other cool thing is that if you do get AS Flammelapis, you can side grade her to normal style Flammelapis if that more suits your style. So of course, AS Flam will be available. We'll see if it's a full rate up where it's 0.4 for the 4.5 and 0.8 for each of the 5-star versions. If that's the case, that's going to be pretty cool. Higher chance of getting any form of Flam. There are the standard 3 times Fateful encounters, which will give you that 10% chance of getting the AS version. I believe that the normal 5-star version will not be boosted, only 0.8 generally. Now, one other banner that's available will have the 4th anniversary character popularity vote. So it is the top 10 characters that do not include main story. And you can look at the results, which I'll go over, down at the below, and you can do that up to 3 times max. So I'm guessing that this banner will be a 10% chance of each of the 10 units featured. Hopefully that guarantees one of the 10, which will be pretty cool. So, hey, for big fans of Tuva, MPG Annihilator, I believe you are one of the big ones out there. You can dress your cat like Tuva. And of course, you can definitely buy one of each of the Chronostones packages, which are discounted until February 23rd, so about 2 weeks from now, which leads me to believe that the main story part 3 should drop about 2 weeks from tomorrow, I guess. So that will be really, really exciting. Tons of things there. Of course, a special unit that people are looking forward to summoning on that as well. Now, let's go to the 4th anniversary character popularity vote. Now, I know a lot of you have probably seen this in the Another Eden Global live stream. If you haven't, you can check out Scott and his channel. But to summarize that, you will choose from the top 10, and we'll go in order. So Iska will be featured, of course. Flam will be number 2. Shigire, Akane, Eva, Suzette. So that's what, 6, I think? Yeah, that was 6 units. And then Nakoko will be 7th. Moonlight Hismina, Ultra Hismina will be 8. Thilily, number 9. And finally, rounding out the top 10, Noble or Ultra Sukiya. That's going to be a pretty broken banner, actually. So, yeah, that's very, very interesting. So, let me know in the comments below what you're planning to do with this banner. Are you going to be summoning? Do you even have stones? Have you gotten Efi yet? And have you decided whether or not you're going to get Flam or go for Efi, or have you had both? For some of you who still have a Star Dream encounter, you can still access that, and then you can decide how you want to go. So there are a lot of different options out there. There are also a lot of live banners because we have a lot of broken units released recently. As for myself, I do have normal style Flam, if you clearly have seen me use over the last year or so. And so I'll be passing on this banner, unless for some reason I feel like gambling for no reason. Anyways, looking forward to tomorrow's update. I know there's not much of anything, but it'll be interesting to see the banners, and most importantly, I wish all of you great luck in summoning. I know RNG and gacha can be rough at times. I also know that there are common complaints about Another Eden not having a pity. But that being said, I mean, the game is still great, regardless of if you're a gacha unit, using gacha or free units, and I hope that you can overlook those small indiscretions and continue playing this wonderful game. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.